My name is Dan, and this is a short video about myself and my channel. I'm Canadian and live in an area called the Lower Laurentians. It's in Quebec near Montreal. My backyard is the Laurentian Mountains. It's just south of the Boreal Forest. I've got mountains, rivers, lakes, and lots of trees, thick vegetation. I mean, so thick sometimes it's hard to walk in the forest, so we tend to stick on the trails. Now I said backyard, but I live near the city, so it's kind of tough to find wild areas here. Don't get me wrong, we have lots of trails and parks, but they're crowded. There's a lot of tourists from the city and lots of rules to follow. Rules like you don't walk outside of the trails and you don't pick the dead wood to make fire, which makes sense because there's a lot of people there, and if everyone did that, did pick the dead trees and collect firewood, it'd be really nasty for the environment. So that's why I try to go a bit further, and even if it takes me an hour and a half in my car to get there, it's well worth it. Now, when I was a kid, we used to play outside every single day. With work now and our tight schedules, it's really tough, and I want to take my families outdoors because nowadays most kids, they just stay inside and play video games, and that would include myself sometimes. So what we do with them, well, we go cycling, mountain biking, and also road cycling. Sometimes I take my kids to the BMX track where they can have some fun, my oldest two at least. Then we go hiking with the whole family. Sometimes the youngest ones, which are now 22 months old, they walk a bit, but not really far, so they're really short hikes. And I mean short, they're short in terms of distance, but they take forever. When we go a bit further, we put them in our child carriers. So far they never complained. Same for snowshoeing. They either go in our backpacks or child carriers, or in the polk in the back. So far they don't really like sitting in the sleigh, so we'll see how it goes. Now we go camping. That includes backpacking, and last summer we also tried canoe camping, which was awesome. I'll also take my kids fishing, even though I'm not a big fan of fishing. I like to spend time with them, so yeah. We have a bunch of other activities and hobbies to keep us busy. I'm a fan of photography, and this winter we just started skiing and snowboarding with kids. Now, I want to teach my kids when I go outside. It's not just a matter of going outside and play. I want to teach them stuff. I mean, so far we've covered, with the oldest two at least, what to do when you're lost. They always carry a whistle. And also, when they were 3, I gave them Swiss Army knives, the Victorinox Classic, and taught them about knife safety, which is something I really want to teach them, knife safety, how important it is, because I see kids sometimes, they're like 6 or 7, and they're not even allowed to cut their own meat with a steak knife. It doesn't make sense. A knife is a tool, and yeah, most of you know I have a passion for knives. Maybe I'm a bit sick. Yeah, it's a sickness. I collect knives, though my goal is not to collect them, but I just want to find like the perfect blade, even though there's no such thing. Anyway, back on track. Yeah, I was talking about what I want to teach my kids, right? Next, there's fire making. Fire making, I've waited till they're a bit older. Now my son is 6, and I'm just starting teaching him how to make a fire, how to start it safely, and what to do, what to use. You should get it soon. Next summer, we'll see. Eventually I'll teach them about shelter and gathering food and stuff like that. Who knows? Now, why YouTube? Well, I started making a few reviews that I linked on MEC. It's a mountain equipment co-op. It's like REI here in Canada. So because sometimes I was shopping and I was finding the reviews really helpful, so I decided to make a few on there. Then I had a video of our first wild camping experience with my daughter. She was 2 years old and my son was 4. My girlfriend was pregnant with twins, and I just uploaded it there. And a few friends, I showed it to a few friends when they complained they couldn't do anything with their only one kid. So I showed them the video and to prove them wrong. And I thought, you know, if I can help my friends with this, to push them a bit, maybe if I upload more videos on YouTube, other people could also benefit from this. A little push and they'd go outside and it'd be good for their kids and whole family. Now on this channel, I share my adventures, sometimes knowledge. I'm not much of a bushcrafter and I'm not a survival expert, but I believe you can also learn from anyone because everyone has something to teach. Now with 4 kids, I don't have much time to make videos, unfortunately. I try to bring the camera every time I go outside to get some footage, and then I can upload it to YouTube. It's not always the best quality, sorry about that. But yeah, check out my channel. Maybe you'll find something you like, maybe you'll learn from them, and maybe it'll just inspire you to go and do something with the kids outdoors. Thanks for watching.